Hey guys, ArkhIce here, and today I just wanted to, go into detail and give some advice about, who you should vote, because there are some units in here that absolutely should not be voted at all. Like, even if they're your favorite, they should not be touched. I'm just being honest here. Because this voting decides the bond banner, and the more valuable when it comes to, like, more exclusive units it is, the more valuable the banner legitimately actually gets, right? So I just want to go detail who you should vote for, and everything, get some suggestions and give some reasons why, right? So yeah, before we open this, make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet, and hit the notification bell if you get notified when I upload. Alright, let's go ahead and click this. So I already voted today, right? And the three that I voted for, I voted for Red Dairy. Red Dairy is a really good unit. Not a lot of people have her 6 out of 6, unless you're a whale. Free to play, of course. I know some people say, well, tickets and everything and how many banners spawn, but Red Dairy is a good unit overall. I picked Mark II Valenti, an exclusive unit, a really good unit, has one of the best cards in the game, but it does not appear to many banners at all. And for my last pick, obviously I picked Red Easton. Red Easton is a really good unit for the Bond team. Top tier amazing, because I know that most people won't have Zenari. So I want to put you in an option for people to run the Bond team with Red Easton, who's a really good unit for the Bond team. She is a healer, she's a cleanser, right? She can remove ult gauge, and of course her passive is just buffs Bond overall anyways, right? It may be a small buff, but it still buffs him, right? So she's actually a really good unit to choose for as a third unit for the Bond team, right? Those are the three I chose, because you get to vote 3 times a day, and so that's the first day of it, right? Let's first talk about units you shouldn't vote, and explain why, right? Obviously, Counter Meliodas, but we all know why, right? He has no use PvE, no use PvP. He's just a waste of box space, just being honest. One thing good for is making your box CC go higher, get you a higher HP buff. That's all he's good for, right? I would say no to Blue Meliodas as well. Yes, Blue Meliodas is really good at farming, but there are many other options, and with the exclusive units on this banner, it's better to get the exclusive units rather than getting a unit that has only one use, been back many times, and has other people that can replace him essentially for his one use, right? Liz Hawk should not be voted. Has no use at all PvE or PvP. Just, it's basically kind of Menace with box space. That's all she's good for, right? Green Liz shouldn't be voted. If you go over here, right? Let's go over here. Pretty sure she's in the coin shop, isn't she? She's not here, but she does appear in the coin shop. So if you legitimately haven't pulled her and you do want a copy, she will legitimately pop up in here every now and then. Because they do that, because that's what they do in Global. JP, it's in the gold coin shop, but on Global, it's platinum coin shop for some random reason. I don't know why. She's good for Belmos, though I do say that, like, there's alternatives to her. Legitimately, there's alternatives you could run instead of Liz for Belmos. There's alternatives you can run instead of Liz for the final boss reruns. So yeah, she has alternatives you can use instead of her, so I think she should not be voted for. This Liz has no use in the game. These bonds, you shouldn't vote for. This bond is given for free, so you definitely shouldn't vote for him because he's given completely for free. Also, no, just not these other bonds. The new bond is going to replace these bonds for any use you have except for Red Demon. But Red Demon has multiple, I mean multiple alternatives you can use instead of Blue Nunchuck bond or Blue Brawler bond. Okay, Fat Kings. Their use used to be high CC in the game, but with all the updates and everything, their CC dropped. They are not the top anymore. They're not top 10 like they used to be. So they really legitimately have no use except for small amount of box CC, right? King, he's completely given for free during the story. There's no use voting for him. Red King has no use whatsoever. None. This is Green Deanne. She can be good for autoing, but as obviously Blue Deanne Meliodas, there's alternatives, plus the limited units. She shouldn't be picked. Red Fire Deanne has her uses. She still shouldn't be picked, even though she's good for Guild Boss. You can get around without using her, because she's mostly used just to get the top of the scores, right? You can get 6,000 without Red Fighter Deanne. Very easily. Green Fighter Deanne is a good choice. She legitimately is a good choice. If you want to vote for her, she has legitimate use in PvP and PvE. She is very, very good. Her taunt is one of a kind because any taunt that has been recreated as hers after her was weakened down. Like Blue Derriere's is like 80%. Hers is 200% defense related stats. Much, much better. She's really, really good unit. Blue Fighter Dan has no use. Should not vote the Merlins. Green Escanor has his uses, but he was given for free. He's been back on multiple amounts of banners. He has replacements for the events he's used in. It's just, yeah, he just should not be voted. Blue Gother has no use. Nothing more need to be said. He's trash. The Archangels, all three of them, good choices. Luduciel, he's better with more dupes you have in him. Tarmiel, he's better with the more dupes you have in him. He's really, really good for the Chandler team. He can be really good in PvE and PvP. Sario is one of the best auto units in the game, and he's also really, really strong in PvP. Blue Zeldris legitimately has no use in the game. I wouldn't choose him. Green Fralgen also has no use in the game. With all the CC updates, his passive was already not that good before. Not that good currently, but on top of him not having the CC to add CC other people, yeah, he's not that good. Should not vote for him. Red Derriere was obviously really, really good in PvE events. I mean, a lot. Final bosses, guild boss, Crimson Demon. She's good with lower levels of Red Demon. There's multiple, like, the special bosses that come out with the celebration stuff that she's good for. She's good in multiple amounts of the reverse stages, right? Because you need her for there. She's just a really, really good unit in a lot of PvE events. One of the best PvE heroes in the game. Blue Malaska should not be voted for. Gox, same thing. Droll is a pretty good choice. Red Esterosa has no use. I love Gallant, but Blue Gallant should not be voted. Bellion should not be touched in the slightest. Aliat, she has her use, but there's other units over her I would vote for than her. Red Monspeed, no. Get away from him. Don't touch him. He has no use in the game. Chandler, amazing unit. He is legitimately one of the ones you should vote for. He should be in your consideration to be voted for. He just came out on the Zeldris banner. If he gets voted for and gets in the top 15, he will come back out for the Bond banner and have another chance for people to get him. He's an amazing unit. He can be used in Red Demon. He's really good in PvP. So yeah. Lilia should be chosen. This red Lily right here, she is a limited time unit that has not been back on really any banners at all. It's a good chance for the comeback and people to collect her for box, right? Green Lilia, she's completely given out for free. She has no use at all in any form of events in PvP or PvE. Blue Lilia, I can see why you would choose her, but honestly, it's the same as Green Escanor. There are other units you should choose over her because there's other units that replace her, right? We have Mark II Valenti, same as Lilia. She's a limited time unit. She's barely been back in any banners. She should be a unit you should choose. Also, on top of that, she legitimately does have use in PvP. She can still be used in PvP because one of her cards is one of the best cards in the game. Green Valenti, you should not choose her. You had a chance to get her for free. She has some use in PvP, but she's fallen off greatly. Red Mono has no use at all in any events. Blue Mono is honestly a good choice, I would say. She is really, really good in some of the hardest final bosses in the game. She has a lot of use there, so she is a good recommendation. Red Easton, like I said, she's really good for the Bond team. She gives you another option to run the Bond team if you don't want to try to get SR Greenmore up to level 90. Blue Easton is a good choice. Red Roxy has no use. Green Shin's an Auden unit, but there's replacements for him. Camilla has only one use, and there's other units you can run instead of Camilla. The Hendricksons, don't touch them. They're not worth it. You have so many chances to get Green Demon Hendrickson from the Part 1 banner because they give those out so many. That's not worth going for him. Gil Thunder has no use. Zarathustra, one use is Belmos, but if you do have Green Jericho is legitimately better. And Green Jericho is also in the gold coin shop, so you legitimately can get her for free. Slater is the same thing as Green Jericho. He's in the gold coin shop. Gilea's trash. Danafor Liz is really good for Grey Demon, really good for Belmos. is a recommendation for me. She is one of the ones you can consider actually voting for. She's exclusive, and she has a lot of use in PvE. Red Jericho is also up there if you want to vote for her. She doesn't have much PvE use, but she's pretty good in PvP. And she's an exclusive unit that doesn't come back that often. So yeah. Green Jericho, gold coin shop. Hauser, gold coin shop. Greenmore, garbage, trash, don't even consider him. Arthur, gold coin shop. Blue Arthur, no use, and has replacements. Green Arthur can be chosen if you want to choose him, because he's a really good unit in PvE. Hasn't been back in any banners, so he's a good choice. Nanashi is also a good choice. Limited time unit, has actual real use in PvP and PvE. Death Pierce, you should not vote for. Danzel, definitely not vote for. These two I wouldn't consider voting for. Deldry, no. Matrona, no. Definitely not. She was a free unit, and she has no use. Gerhardi's pretty good, except for the fact that you should not choose her because her use she can be replaced by. She can be replaced by multiple different units. Don't vote for the Helbrams. The only good one's green, and you can't get him in the gold coin shop. Elaine, gold coin shop. Don't vote for her. So yeah, basically what you get from this, vote for the limited time units is what you should vote for. And maybe like Red Derriere and like Green Arthur, right? So yeah, that's my recommendations. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next video. Bye bye.